Let's go to Disney, see Mickey, Minnie. Hello, my There She Goes community. I'm back. Did you miss me? For those of you who don't know, last week I took my very first break from posting a podcast episode. And that could totally be its own podcast episode in and of its own. And it just might be. So stay tuned. But this episode is all about our very first There She Goes community event. I'm so excited to share that I've partnered with Traci Kasper from One Small Step Walks to bring the There She Goes community to our very first in real life community event together at none other than Disneyland. I'm super excited for this walk. And if you're listening before Sunday, July 26th, 2026, a little less than 2 months from when I'm recording and posting this episode, make sure that you buy your Disneyland ticket, pack some comfortable walking shoes, and join us at Disneyland at 8:30 in the morning. July 26th marks 5 months, exactly 5 months to the day that this podcast will have been running. So I'm just so excited to get to celebrate at the happiest place on earth. So for those of you who don't know, the reason that all of my handles are actually at There She Goes Club as opposed to There She Goes, like the podcast, is because this is really meant to be more than just a podcast. It is meant to be a community, a club of women, other like-minded women, where we all have our own There She Goes moments, our own main character moments, our own stories to share about how we're living and stepping into our purpose. So that's what this event is all about, is bringing you all together in real life. If you're local to Orange County, or if you're willing to travel, we would love to have you there. The event comes at absolutely no additional cost besides getting your Disneyland park ticket for Sunday, July 26th, 2026. And then you get to experience a guided Disney tour with Traci and I. So some of you have already seen me post a little bit about this event. So I wanted to make sure that I came on here and shared with you all what this event is all about. So I don't know if you're like me, but I'm not the most excited when it comes to exercise. But seriously, catch me walking at Disney or when I'm traveling, and all of a sudden I'm doubling, tripling my step count naturally. Yes, I do feel the exercise and I still get exhausted, but I'm having fun. I'm not thinking of it as exercise. Like it's a byproduct of me having fun at the park, right? So that's why it was such a natural collaboration with Traci from One Small Step Walks, because she has a walking community. So I'm a Disney lover, so is she, and she has a walking community. So we thought, well, why don't we bring a group of like-minded women, build community together around play, joy, wonder, go to our favorite place on earth in Southern California, and guide you with an actual itinerary together, get our steps in naturally while we have fun and dive into conversation with each other. So we get to enjoy the park, enjoy each other, learn a little bit more about each other, network in person, but also get to have so much fun while doing it. So it's just, I felt like it was a win-win-win all around. So how did we even come up with this event in the first place? I don't know if you've seen some of my posts, but in case you haven't, I did post about the origin story. So if you go back a few episodes, if you go back to my episode with Traci, her episode is called There She Goes, Taking Life One Step at a Time. One step at a time. Do 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 do. So that's what we're about to do on July 26th. We're all going to take one small step at a time at Disney together. And so, how did we come up with this? It was so fun because I didn't come into that episode already knowing we were going to do a collaboration event. I didn't overthink it. I didn't overanalyze. It was a total spontaneous moment. There was no strategizing about what our first community event was going to look like. It was simply me having a conversation with another woman who's actively chasing her dreams. And that's what sparked my creativity. It sparked this idea. I actually asked her live on the call in the recording, like, hey, will we ever see a One Small Step Walks at Disney? Ooh, did I just do something there? So That's just what I love about it. It's just a great lesson in entrepreneurship and just deciding to pursue your dreams and how it actually works. It's not by overthinking and by overanalyzing. We pursue and make our dreams come true by doing, by taking action. Action brings clarity, not the other way around. And notice simply the proximity that I had, in this case, a virtual proximity with another like minded, high achieving woman who is out there actively chasing her dreams, actively creating a walking community. Notice how just that proximity and just that conversation sparked this idea, sparked a collaboration. And I think that's super important for you to hear, because if you join us, whether it's at this event, at a future event, or if we ever meet at any event, it's so important for you to get in the room with other women who are actively chasing these dreams. You will spark each other's passion. You'll spark each other's energy. You'll spark each other's creativity. It is so important. And that's honestly the kind of women that, we would love for you to meet and collaborate with and be in community with and simply have fun and get to know, and maybe even could become friends and besties out of this. So why join us? As I think you're getting by now, this is not just your typical day at Disney that you do with your friends or family. Although, let's be honest, a day at Disney is sweet enough by itself if you're a Disney lover like me, and hopefully you are. This is totally about joining us and other like-minded, high-achieving women who work hard but play harder. It's about together taking a small step toward becoming better versions of ourselves, a small step towards our dreams together. And notice it is very important that, and very intentional, that we're partnering with Traci from One Small Step Walks. The intention here is that you do get exercise out of this event, and fitness and overall a health component. No, we're not going to go and specifically go do a run. We're not going to go do anything like that. It is simply showing you that you can mix a lot of things together: community, networking, friendships, fun, play, health. All of this can coexist. Joy, wonder. And so a big part of why it's so important to do this at Disney too, it's, if you're like me, that feeling that you get at Disney, there's many different ways to describe it. For me, it's like stepping into a very intentional moment in time and being very present in joy and magic and childlike wonder. And as an adult, it is so important to step into that, to evoke those feelings of joy, play, wonder, a softer structure, self-led living, and activating fun again. This event is meant to activate play. Play comes so naturally to us as kids, doesn't it? But as adults, it tends to get buried under all our responsibilities. So it's actually so important for our physical and our mental health to engage in play. And becoming an adult doesn't mean that play goes out the window. It might look different than when you were a child, but it doesn't go out the window. So that's why this event is actually meant for adult women only, and not, families, and not with kids. We love our kids, spouses, partners. But this community experience is meant for us adult women to come together and activate play, joy, wonder together. We work hard and play harder. And hey, maybe while we're playing, we get to make some work deals or collaborations. You never know. So please join us as we activate joy, play, wonder, fun. Then we lock arms with other women who are also stepping into their purpose and stepping into whatever is there more for their lives. So I encourage you to please RSVP to our very first There She Goes live event, marking our 5 months of this podcast and this adventure. If you're a high achieving woman who likes to work hard but play harder, come join us and other women like you for a magical adult day at Disney. I will include a link to register to our Disney collaboration walk in the show notes, but feel free to comment on this video, comment Disney, and I'll make sure to send over the link. And you can also send me a direct message. So I'd love to have you join us. Thank you so much. I hope this episode not only showed you a little bit more about why we're doing this event in the first place, why it's at Disney, what it's really all about, but hopefully it inspires you to be more spontaneous with your dreams, with the things that you want for your life. Take action and not forget that at the end of the day, we've got one life here, so let it be joyful, have fun, insert play and fun and joy wherever you can in your daily mundane routines. Insert fun where you can. Thank you and hope to see you next week.